Welcome everyone back to a new video. In today's video we're focusing on 10 new FPS for the Xbox Series S games alongside with some gameplay. Let's start this list off with CrossfireX. CrossfireX is an upcoming first-person shooter online multiplayer action adventure game being developed by Redimate Entertainment and Smilegates, and it's to be published by the Xbox Game Studio. CrossfireX will feature a single-player mode alongside with an online mode with two different developers working on each mode, with that being Redimate Entertainment working on the game's campaign mode and Smilegates Entertainment working on the free-to-play multiplayer mode. Yes, the game will have a free-to-play multiplayer mode, so that means you can only purchase this game if you want to play the campaign mode, with the campaign mode being consist of two private military factions, the Blacklist and the Globalists, going at war with each other, while the free-to-play online mode will feature a ton of modes with each having their own unique objective for each individual mode. And as far as all the online modes play, it's kind of a blend of like CSGO and Call of Duty. The game is an Xbox exclusive and will only be releasing for the Xbox Series X, Series S, and the Xbox One on February 10th, 2022. Next up is Warhammer 40k Dartide. Warhammer 40k Dartide is a first-person shooter indie action adventure game being developed by a Swedish game studio, Fat Shark. Funny enough, I think all sharks are fat too. I was just joking, don't come at me. In Warhammer 40k Dartide, you'll be able to play solo with AI teams, or the better option, co-op with friends. You're able to slay monsters in horde with you and 3 other teammates, all heavily armed with melee weapons and weapons with crazy firepower. The game is set in the hive city of Deuterium, where a heretical cult known as the Abomination seeks to control the planet Atoma Prime and kill every living thing on it in the process, and it's up to you and your team to wipe out the enemy before they get powerful enough, so you can end up saving the world. Warhammer 40k Dartide will be a Microsoft and Xbox exclusive, only releasing on the Xbox Series X, Series S, and the PC. The game will be releasing sometime in spring 2022. Next up on this list is Avowed. Avowed is the upcoming role-playing action adventure shooter fighting game that is currently being developed by Obsidian Entertainment and is to be published by the Xbox Game Studio. Now Avowed is an open world game with a bigger world than Skyrim, but the main setting is said to be in the living land of the region Aurora. The game is going to feature many different arrays of combat styles from swords and magic, and as far as I can see, this game has a lot of focus on magic. I mean, you'll be able to hit your enemies with lightning attacks, fire attacks, and even use magic to poison your enemy. And with all these, you'll be able to use material weapons like different type of swords and potentially different weapons like guns and a lot more that haven't been revealed. Of course, the weapons in these games won't be like any Call of Duty guns, no AR-15 or no M4, but I'm talking more like mythical pillar style guns. Now, when it comes to the enemy that this game will feature, we have seen a lot of undead army, probably teasing that the alive and the undead might be at war. Now, the game combat focuses on a Lodos-based style, giving a vast array of spells for you to use in combat, and I can't wait to give this game a try when it is released. Avowed is also a Microsoft and Xbox exclusive, only launching for the Xbox Series X, Series S, and the PC sometime in 2022. Next up is The Invincible. The Invincible is a upcoming first-person action adventure survival indie game being developed and to be published by Star Wars Industry. The Invincible is a sci-fi thriller set in a retro future and will put you in the shoes of a space scientist who awaken on a hostile planet and set out on a journey to find the missing crew members, whilst figuring out the secret that this strange planet is hiding. You later find out that this planet is called Regnus 3, a planet with terrifying secrets as you uncover the fate of your crewmates. The game will be releasing on the Xbox Series X, Series S, and the PC and the PS5. The game will also be releasing sometime in 2022. The date isn't sure of as yet though, so we gotta wait for that. Next up is the Outlast Trials. The Outlast Trials is an upcoming first-person survival hero action game being developed and is to be published by Red Barrels. The game is set in the era of the Cold War, where humans are forced to be guinea pigs recruited unwillingly by the good folks at the Murkoff Corporation to test advanced methods of brainwashing and mind control in a world overrun by fear, violence, and a lack of trust. And you'll be put in a lab and you must try and survive to live another day. This is an experiment and innocent people are losing their life, and this is all over money. The game will be releasing in 2022, but the platforms for this game is not yet announced. I'm just taking a guess that this one will be coming to the Series X sooner or later. Hopefully. Next up is Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl is the upcoming first-person survival horror game being developed and to be published by GSC Game World. Stalker 2 will be the fourth Stalker game to be released and also the first Stalker game to ever be released on console. The game will feature a single-player story and will have multiplayer after the launch as a free update. And with this game current development on the Unreal Engine 5, we can truly expect a next-gen experience both in graphics and gameplay. The game will also have mod support. Stalker 2 is also a Microsoft and Xbox exclusive, releasing only on the Xbox Series X, Series S, and PC. And with the game release date recently getting delayed from April 8, 2022 to December 8, 2022, we'll have to wait a little bit longer before we can play this masterpiece, but it's worth the wait. It's a Stalker game, so we need to say nothing more than that. Next up is Pioner. Pioner is the upcoming FPS MMO survival action adventure game being developed and is published by GFA Games. In Pioner, you'll be playing as a former operative who's living in the world after a technological disaster, basically what we'll call the end of days or an apocalypse. The game is set on a Soviet land isolated from the mainland, so you'll have to find and rescue your friends whilst investigating the mystical Moji Link station. Now the game will have both a PvE and a PvP mode as well as a campaign mode. You'll be able to craft weapons and customize your weapons. The guns in this game will be ranging from handguns, assault rifle, rocket launcher, and makeshift weapons, and many more. You'll also have levels in this game to level up your character. The game will be releasing on PC first, but then will make its way on next gen console later. These consoles will be the Xbox Series X, Series S, and the PS5. Next up is Scorn. Scorn is the upcoming first-person shooter hero action adventure game being developed and is published by EPB Software. The game is set in the eerie nightmarish universe, and yeah, the design of this world is nothing but nightmare-ish. The game looks like you're made way to be, some unknown entity dinner, and you're walking around in a stomach. And the maps are somewhat connected by internetical regions, which you can totally explore, and every location will have its own story and its own personal puzzle. Each region looking like a maze with a lot of things to discover, but it's not just easy going around and traveling, as this game is filled with weird, creepy ass, scary monsters that will attack you like a maniac. The game is a Microsoft and Xbox exclusive, releasing for the Xbox Series X, Series S, and the PC. The release date should be sometime in 2022, but there's not much going around on this game release date, so we don't know if it will be delayed or not. We're just hoping not. Next up is Project Ferocious. Project Ferocious is the upcoming first-person shooter indie survival adventure game that is being developed and is published by Omi Young. The game release date for Project Ferocious is quite a long way in 2023, but the game is showing a lot of potential as of right now. You're the only player on a land filled with hostile forces and dangerous, scary monsters, and you're equipped with a camera and a variety of weapons to survive whilst figuring out the truth of the island. You'll be able to explore the island, land, and sea. You'll also have the ability to climb and maneuver. Weapons and other gadgets will be able to be customized and upgraded, and the environment is fully destructible. And this game will feature truly next-gen graphics. The game will be released on the Xbox Series X, Series S, PS5, PC, PS4, and the Xbox One. Okay, ending off this list with Atomic Heart. Atomic Heart is the upcoming role-playing action adventure fighting first-person shooter being developed and is published by Mudfish. The game will be taking place in a facility in an alternate reality in the Soviet Union sometime in the year 1955, where the early invention of the internet, robot, and hologram have already been made, and you're the game's main protagonist, a mentally challenged KBG special agent by the name of B3, whom the government sent to figure out why a manufacturing facility went dark. On arrival, you'll find that the robots have gone rogue and are making strange experiments of their own, but the robots and many different creatures of the facility are hostile, so you'll have to use makeshift weapons that can be crafted and upgraded to defend yourself.